Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm trying this new mic setup, see how it goes. It sort of works, but not as loud as I thought it would be. But anyway, today is a review of what happened today. We did a couple of runs in my mate's 50 GT with his homemade hybrid. So we had some good things and bad things, but just remember guys, it's just each weekend changes from weekend to weekend. You'll get your days, your good days, and your other days downwise. But anyway, so it's pretty interesting. So I've got some videos to download to you guys later. I thought I'd just do a review and actually problem solve a problem with one of Mike's engines, and we'll get back to that in a moment. Anyway guys, so this is the 45. We put the 2-speed on. Just hang on a moment. We ran the 2-speed and we got the 62mm clutch. Here's my bird saying these 2 bobs worth as usual. That's me collectors. Anyway, I actually forgot when I was out there that I got a 62mm clutch in there, believe it or not, and I'm sort of working out, and it's got a couple of issues. Anyway, so we got the 45 out there. This video may be long. If you want to go and grab a coffee, put on pause, go and grab a coffee or a beer or whatever. This may be too long, and for you guys not really interested in that, well, you're better off just going to look at something else. This is regarding how these run and another vehicle and an engine that wasn't made properly, but we'll get to that. Anyway, so this is regarding we ran this today. I forgot about the 62mm, and at the end of the day, it was the clutch issue. It's quite easy to fix. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to pull all that apart again, but yeah, we'll get that. So we run 47 on top, and so get this again. 27 on the top pinion, and on the first gear it's 24. It pulls 24 easy, 25 and all that. So I realised this clutch wasn't launching at 10,000 RPM. And until I realised, oh, that's right, I've got a 62 in there. Okay, that's what the problem is. More or less the problem I had about 2 or 3 years ago with the Rovan 71, and realised I'm getting a double clutch problem, so I'm getting a double whammy. So what the problem is, it all fitted together, everything, okay? The only thing I was worried about was that the clutch shoe holder wasn't going on far enough. And I think what has happened now, that it's flushed off the crank to the clutch shoe holder that to get it. In other words, you can't put any pressure on the clutch shoe holder back. So that tells me is I need to take 1mm off the snout off the crank. In other words, take 1mm off, and that'll allow me to put that where it should be, and all the clutch issue will go away. Then I'll have that grab. So in other words, what's happening, this clutch shoe holder slipping. Okay, for it to enable to get up to 10,000 on the clutch shoes, it's not allowed to do it because I'm getting a slip on the clutch shoe holder on the crank itself. That solved that issue, and it's just like, it's like I was sort of in second gear all the way. And once I got on pipe, yeah, the thing, it went. Okay, so first of all, the issue is fix that clutch shoe holder. Okay, so I've shown how basically how it works. So 62 will go on your Rovan 45, Rovan 71, it'll go on a 32 and that, but I wouldn't bother doing it on a smaller bore engine because you're not going to get that clutch to lock up the way you want it, and that's why a bigger bore, 45, 71 is ideal. So yeah, so that problem solved. It didn't get up 10,000 out of the hole, okay, because I was getting a double slip. In other words, the clutch shoe holder is slipping on the sharp. All right, go. And the next time you'll see this, yes, it actually had a tumble. I don't know if I've got it on video. It hit the cricket pitch. The cricket pitch has got a lip on it. and I did a full tumble. That bad, it actually bent me the wheelie bar. Anyway, I'm not sure I've got that on video. You guys can check it out after. So I've got 4 videos downloaded to show you what happened on the day this morning. It's fantastic. The weather was good. You see, and the reason I do this review is to explain to you exactly what the car was doing. Yeah, and exactly what was doing, not you guessing this, that. I know exactly what happened. All right, so we move on that. All right, the Talkmaster. Well, you know, it went good, all right. So we know the 54 clutch is not for a 21 kilos onwards bar heart. I could tell you that now. I knew it was going to slip. Anyway, at least the spark plug was tight. We gave it a run. Yeah, we did roll it once. I didn't expect to do that on a wheelie. So yeah, there's still a bit more tune to keep that beast at bay there. So just remember, guys, this is actually a virtually stock engine, right? Yes, it's got a bit of porting on the exhaust. Yes, it's got the 5 extra transfer in there for allow. It only has the 1 transfer. It doesn't have 5 transfers all up, okay? I just kept it basic to have the 1 transfer. So yeah, I could dial in a lot more fuel in this, but realistic, most of these 45s, 71, it's all in the exhaust side more where you got to port them. Okay, my new cylinder, I'm going a complete radical different way, okay? And you're going to see it's the power-wise is twice the difference with this. Okay, so we're just toying with this, trying to set this car up. So really where the problem is, first up, I have to sort out the clutch issue. The issue is the clutch. It doesn't matter if I got a smaller engine, bigger engine, well, this engine, or even put engine twice the amount. The problem is sort the clutch out first. So we know what the problem is, okay? I don't really have a heating issue with the motor at all, but yes, it does 4-stroke a little bit. I'm getting a bit of a lean after I run it. The engine's not hot. So, suspect was, which it was leaking, was the copper head gasket, okay? I did tighten up. Obviously, I haven't got 100% seal, and I reckon I might have a slight air leak somewhere like that, so that shouldn't be 4-stroking up top. I do run a 20mm stinger on this. The other one I could try is probably go down 1mm. Now I usually can tell how your pipe is running by looking at the pipe itself. Now usually you see this colour up on the header up here, up X amount. I mean, if you haven't got that colour, obviously your stinger must be 50mm or something, because you're not creating heat there. So you can see the pipe's actually working. Where my preferred heat would be, this heat mark would be up to here more. That's on the 45 or anything. Now, that's ideal. Now, if you've got heat past there, up to there, that means your stinger's way too small. And obviously you've got an overheating problem in your motor itself, and the stinger's too small, and it's causing overheating. All right, so yes, so we realise at the end of the day, the clutch, okay? Obviously the bigger motor, it's going to have twice the amount of compression. I need a prop starter. I know which one I've got to buy. The prop starter I'm buying is like the start of an aeroplane. This one will do up to 250 cc's. It's got 2 handles to start it, and I definitely need that for my newer engine. Okay, it's completely different as in the cylinder how it's done. It's not straight. Might be bored out 2mm, but better plating, but the exhaust configuration, it's marvellous what you can do with a TIG welder, okay, because it involves in welding some more material on this motor. Same as the exhaust, the magic of water. Water, you can make an exhaust with water, it's called pressure. Yes, you can watch YouTube clips how you can do that. So you can have a pipe that's half the weight by having lighter material and just use water to expand the pipe out to where you want it. So yeah, and it went good. So basically I only did 85 k's today, so the top end wise and all that. So we are limited on the revs. Okay, that's what the difference on the The bigger motor is, it will have way more crankcase volume. That's what hurts these motors a lot. Okay, so I can tell you that now. Look at a Taylor Supreme engine and all those, mate, they got three times the amount of crank volume. And this is why this is not revving. Okay, yes, we can lower the change to take some weight out of the crank, of which I've got two different cranks for the Rovan 71. There's actually a Series 1, Series 2. The Series 2 is actually lighter. But anyway, we won't go to that. We're basically doing all the R&D on this engine first. The main thing to solve, and I always had the issue with it, same as the 45, is the clutch. 54 doesn't beat it anymore. Okay, and then I asked in the last videos reasons why clutches do this and do that, and why they slip, but this is coming down to sheer weight. This one here, because we just got to get that holder to grab on that crankshaft. Now, realistically, the way to go really is actually, if I find someone who can actually do a keyway in my crank, I like a half moon type thing in my crank, and put a keyway in there, put that whatever holder I'm putting there, 54 to 62, problem solved, mate. The issues just go away. So this is where I can see a direction in future-wise, as motors are getting bigger and more powerful, we'll be changing a different setup like this. We were running those CV, whatever, variable timing pulley system with a same as independent on rear with a sprocket on. That's where we're heading. That's where we should be heading, because we're on the limitations on these big engines and these Lossies or Bahas. All right. After that, I went to the mate's place. He's got the new Taylor Twin 70. Okay, if you actually notice on their website, they're actually taking the Taylor 70s twins off for sale. Okay, I worked out what the problem was. I'm not going to tell you the problem. I've got to speak to Mike about it, because I finally worked out it. He brought the suit his outlaw. Okay, he spent X amount of coin. This engine with the pipes and all the anodizing cost him, over four grand. All right, so that's in Australian dollars. All right, so, and because it was supposed to run with the space and nothing lines up. You take the space out, yes, it lines up, but the problem is the belt is hitting the clutch. Now, I already had a look at the motor, the whole thing. Yes, it's the motor itself. I know exactly what's got to be done. Problem solved that. I'll talk to Mike later tonight. So he can't physically, as it is, using an outlaw. Yeah, you can get a drum out and do this and do that, but when you spend over 4 grand off an engine and everything in there, everything should fit. You shouldn't be die grinding anything, this and that to make that fit. That's where my mates come from, and I understand, because it's cost them a bit of money. So yeah, I looked at it, I checked everything out. I know exactly where the problem is on the motor itself. I'll talk to Mike tonight, and he's got to do some alterations. Anyway, guys, was supposed to be a quick video, but it's interesting. I'll download the rest of the videos this afternoon, so you understand why this wasn't quite operating the way it was, because of that reason, and why this run the way it did. And you'll see me mate's hybrid, it run a lot better this week, because we problem solved. The problem was the big ball reed setup on a small bore does not work. Okay, he's losing 2,000 RPM, but he didn't have to flex in the reeds, and the carbon ones is too stiff. And he changed these original ones in, and you actually notice this will stand the whole length. He was running a taller gear, so it's like 28 on the pinion, which is a little bit harsh. He really, which was 26 on the pinion, but we allow for the extra 2 teeth with a bigger diameter tyre. So realistic, at 25. See, and that sort of hurts the clutch a little bit down below, but when they get on the band, on the pipe and that, yeah, she will stand. You can see the difference is it ran a lot better this week than last week, and that was changing back to the original race. Right, guys, just remember, method or madness, may the force be with you, and I'll see you on the next one.